You know those two words that can send a shiver down any student's spine? Group project? Ugh, you've been there, I've been there, we've all been there. But what if all that frustration isn't inevitable? What if there's a better way? In this explainer, we're going to totally reinvent the group project and explore a way to design teamwork that, get this, actually works. I mean, let's just start right here because this quote, it hits a little too close to home, doesn't it? Whether you're in a classroom or a boardroom, this feeling is universal. It's the absolute classic group project nightmare scenario. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's a big yes. Maybe you were the one doing all the heavy lifting, or maybe you were the one feeling kind of lost, not sure how to jump in. Either way, the frustration is real. Okay, but here's the big idea we're going to unpack. What if we've been blaming the wrong thing this whole time? What if the problem isn't the students, but the actual design of the project? So that brings us to a really crucial distinction we need to make. We've got to shift our thinking from just making groups to actually building teams. And trust me, it's way more than just a word change. It's a completely different mindset. This quote just nails it, right? A group can be any random collection of people standing at a bus stop. But a team, well, that's something else entirely. That's a unit that's built to perform, where everyone is pulling in the same direction. And here's the difference in a nutshell. A group, they kind of just divide up the tasks and, hope for the best. A team is built on purpose. It's all about mutual dependence and a shared commitment to a real, measurable result. It's the difference between just chance and intentional structure. So, okay, how do we actually do this in the real world? Let's check out this fantastic example, the North Carolina Motorbike Project. It's designed from the ground up to build a genuine team. So first, look at the goal. It's clear, it's compelling, and honestly, it's pretty complex. This is not your average book report. To pull this off, students have to do some seriously deep research and weave all these different threads of knowledge into one cohesive, authentic experience. And this is where the magic really happens. Instead of just saying, okay, you do slide 1, you do slide 2, students get these super specialized roles. Each role is its own learning mission. You're not just a random group member. You become the expert on barbecue or history or route engineering. You don't just have a task, you have an identity. All right, so what's the secret sauce? What are the research-backed principles that make a project like this actually tick? Let's pop the hood and take a look. First up, individual accountability. This is the ultimate cure for what researchers call social loafing, when people coast. Here, each specialist has a job that only they can do, and their contribution is totally measurable. You can't just phone it in as the BBQ expert when your whole team is counting on you for the best pulled pork in the state. This quote just perfectly sums it up. The team works together, they share ideas, they debate, but at the end of the day, each individual is responsible for mastering their piece of the puzzle and bringing that expert knowledge back to the table. And the second, equally important piece is positive interdependence. This is where the design gets really, really clever. The project is literally engineered so that no one person can succeed without the others. Their success is completely tangled up together. Just think about how this web works. The route engineer can't possibly plan a good route without knowing the key sites from the historian. The BBQ expert's awesome restaurant list is totally useless if the engineer's route doesn't go near them. The bottom line? Nobody can do it alone. They have to collaborate to create a single, coherent final product. So this all sounds great in theory, but, does it actually lead to better results? Let's look at the data and see what kind of impact this has on learning. 5 months. Just let that sink in for a second. According to a massive meta-analysis, when you design collaborative learning the right way, it can deliver an average of 5 months of extra learning progress in a single school year. That's not a small tweak. That is a huge leap forward. And it gets even more incredible when you break it down. You see that awesome 5-month average in math, but then it jumps to a mind-blowing 10 months of extra progress in science. This isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a powerful learning accelerator. This kind of design also solves that age-old problem of fair grading. The assessment is a two-parter. First, each student gets graded on their individual work, their research, their reports. Then, the team gets a grade on how well they put it all together into a final, polished proposal. So it rewards both individual mastery and collaborative success.
And the benefits here go way beyond just getting a good grade. This is practice for the real world. This is what work looks like today. People from different fields coming together to solve complex problems. It teaches a crucial life skill: how to balance your own personal achievement with the good of the whole team.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. True collaboration, that amazing synergy where the team creates something far better than anyone could have alone, it doesn't happen by accident. It's the direct result of careful, intentional design. And that really leaves us with a final, powerful question to think about. What if every project we did wasn't just about learning history or science, but was also about learning the fundamental human skill of how to build something better together? Imagine that.